looking to make a career change?
May we suggest hair twirling? All you need is music, dancing, and plenty of hair. For performance artist Laura Lippert, her act is all about her and her braids. She's a hair twirler and Ariel's chair artist with Circus Harmony in St. Louis. Laura also teaches classes at Circus Harmony. If you're interested in learning how to do this, visit circusharmony.org for more information and to see more of Laura's hair-raising performances. Circus Harmony doing something like this.
I don't know, but that gives me hair envy. I wish I had the even consider that.
Look at that. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.
Right now at 5, 2 fatal crashes involving dump trucks have happened in Rock County this week. What warning police have for drivers?
Janesville residents could see a 50% increase in their water bill. Why city officials say it's necessary.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with News 3 Now. A woman is dead. A 5-year-old boy critically injured after their car crashed into a dump truck.
This is the second fatal crash with a dump truck in Rock County in 2 days. Our Amanda Quintana is here with details and why this has police and a survivor asking people to drive safely. Amanda?
Yes, this crash happened yesterday just before 4 o'clock at County Highway B in the town of Magnolia. A woman didn't stop at a stop sign and ran into a dump truck. This comes just a day after a crash where the passenger in the car that ran into a parked dump truck died at East High Street in Milton. Although the two were only connected by the dump truck's involvement, the tragedies are a reminder of how quickly a crash like that can change lives.
It's so traumatic and so life-altering in a split second.
14 years ago, Lori Cornu-Owen's life changed forever.
A farmer's dump truck came flying through and went 60 miles an hour and hit me. He pushed me 320 feet, the length of a football field, before we stopped.
She was paralyzed from the waist down. Even years later, hearing about similar crashes brings back those memories.
It is traumatic. Every time I hear it, it just makes me so sad, especially, you know, when they're younger people.
Monday, near the same area where Cornu-Owens was hit, a 29-year-old woman was killed when she ran a stop sign at County Highway B, hitting a dump truck. A 5-year-old was also ejected from the car, now fighting for his life. A 2-month-old baby in the back seat survived.
It's so devastating, you know, that happened. It breaks my heart.
This is the second fatality involving a dump truck in Rock County in just the last 2 days. 20-year-old passenger Derek Garber died when his allegedly intoxicated driver hit a parked dump truck on East High Street in Milton. Neither of them were wearing seat belts.
In our case specifically, you know, we're dealing with somebody who was intoxicated, so that plays a factor. We may never know what happened in the other accident, the reason why the person didn't stop.
Milton Police Chief Scott Marquardt says although both tragedies involve dump trucks, that's a coincidence, but they both highlight the importance of driving safely without distractions.
If you don't notice that thing that just happened up in front of you that you're going to come across in about 1.5 seconds and don't have the time to react, that can have serious consequences.
For Cornu-Owens, that message is magnified around dump trucks.
Anything that powerful and strong, it could kill you in an instant. And people need to take that very, very seriously.
Cornu-Owens tells me with each tragedy she hears about, she knows how lucky she is to be alive. Knowing a little bit about what the family of that little boy who survived is going through, she hopes she can reach out and help them deal with all of this.
Oh, very nice. Amanda Quintana reporting. Thanks, Amanda.
Officials have identified the Edgerton man who died Sunday evening after being run over by a bulldozer that he had been operating. Deputies with the Rock County Sheriff's Department were called to the 8200 block of North Bowers Lake Road in Milton Township. Officials say the 30-year-old Brandon Cliff was driving that bulldozer alone. When officers arrived, the man was found unresponsive. Life-saving measures were performed, but Cliff was pronounced dead at the scene. A death investigation is ongoing, but at this time, deputies say it is currently considered a tragic accident.
A Mount Hope man was killed in a crash over the weekend. Grant County deputies say it happened Sunday around 7 on County Road P in Bagley. Deputies say 27-year-old Nathan Wachter missed a curve in the road, hit a tree, rolled several times, and was thrown thrown from the vehicle. The Bloomington Fire Department pulled him from the vehicle, but he was pronounced dead at the hospital. The crash remains under investigation. This is the 7th person killed in a crash in Grant County this year. The Sun Prairie Police Department says a man from New York is under arrest after having inappropriate conversations with a boy in Sun Prairie. Police say 22-year-old John Duvall, who is from Rexford, New York, was having inappropriate sexual conversations and sending explicit photos to a 12-year-old boy in Sun Prairie. The New York State Police, the FBI, and Sun Prairie Police worked to locate Duvall and take him into custody. He's facing a tentative charge of using a computer to facilitate a child sex crime.
2 people were arrested after overdosing with a child in their vehicle. Deputies say a passerby called 911 when he saw a couple slumped over inside a running vehicle. This was in a parking lot of a restaurant on County Highway V in the town of Vienna last night. When deputies arrived, the couple was being treated by emergency medical services personnel. Deputies arrested Kenneth and Amber Ackerman of Friendship. A 2-year-old girl was turned over to Adams County Child Protective Services. Both are charged with possession of heroin. Amber is also facing a charge of OWI with a child under the age of 16. Let's get a look at your first alert weather now. Meteorologist Chris Reese joining us on the weather patio. Chris?
Hey guys, it feels good out here, which is certainly some good news. Of course, it's been a very warm and a very humid afternoon, that's for sure. We've got a little bit of cloud cover out there still, though there has been some sun that has tried to filter through that cloud cover at times. 79 is our temperature right now, right after we topped out right around 80. Wind still coming out of the south and west at 6 miles per hour, and that is certainly going to keep things warm and mild as we go through the overnight hours. 84 in Janesville right now, Lone Rock at 82. And then Boscobel also at 84 right now. And again, some of us are seeing just a little bit more in the way of some sunshine now that a lot of the showers and thunderstorms from overnight and earlier this morning have continued to pull off towards the south and east. As we go through the rest of tonight, though, we will remain mostly cloudy. Lows will fall towards 68 degrees, and then we'll see more showers and thunderstorms developing towards tomorrow morning. Folks, we've got a stormy week to discuss ahead and perhaps several inches of rain to go by the time all is said and done. I'll have all the updates coming up in Maine weather.
All right, Chris, thanks. The alleged victim is taking the stand today in day 2 of a trial of a retired priest from Fort Atkinson.
Father William Nolan faces 6 felony counts of second-degree sexual assault of a child that allegedly occurred more than 10 years ago. Our Rose Schmidt is live from Jefferson County Court to tell us what the accuser is saying. Rose?
Court just wrapped up for the day, and the accuser took the stand today saying coming forward was hard for him to do because he did not want to get Nolan in trouble. The man is now 26 years old and says Nolan sexually assaulted him at least 100 times, starting in 2006 when he was an altar boy at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Fort Atkinson, and Nolan was the priest. Nolan's attorney argues that the accuser's story keeps changing, using multiple examples where the details between what he told the jury and what he told a police detective changed. The alleged victim says as a middle schooler, he had a crush on Nolan and would often instigate the sexual encounters, making him now feel guilty for reporting the allegations.
I'm not terrorized by it. I'm not having nightmares by it because of the nature of our relationship. It wasn't forced, but there are a lot of other situations with kids out there that don't. And frankly, I'm not sure if I'm the only one.
You also told her that there was never a time you almost got caught, didn't you?
There wasn't.
Okay, and this occurred, by your own estimate, at least 100 times, right?
Correct?
Sometimes in a private location, i.e. the rectory.
Sure.
The alleged victim's mom and dad also testified this morning. He says he would often lie about his whereabouts to them when he was with Nolan. We also heard testimony today from 2 employees from St. Joseph's Church. We're expecting to hear from more witnesses tomorrow.
Thank you, Rose.
Since World War II, 1,500 Wisconsin service members have been reported as missing in action. Well, now a new bill would fund the efforts of a group at the UW that wants to bring them home. The bipartisan measure would give the UW Missing in Action Recovery and Identification Project $180,000 a year. The UW is home to the first group of researchers in the country to partner with the Defense Department to find and identify our fallen heroes. Now Wisconsin will be the first state to help pay for such recovery missions.
With this bill, it is time for the state of Wisconsin and the University of Wisconsin to lead this great nation to recover, repatriate, and identify our lost service members.
That it's the most valuable and rewarding thing that I've ever done in my professional career. It's inspiring, it's motivational, it just makes you want to go out and do more of it.
Now, they've already recovered 3 service personnel who went missing in World War II. A 4th is going through testing right now. They hope to bring home 1 to 3 MIA service members each year from Wisconsin with that new funding.
Water bills in the city of Janesville will soon be rising.
The city says on average those bills will jump in price by 50%. While that's angered some, Rock County reporter Adam Duxter joins us from our bureau at the Janesville Gazette with why the city says it is necessary. Adam?
Well, Eric and Susan, the city of Janesville says by raising the cost of water, it can generate about an extra $3.5 million in taxes every year, which the city says it would then turn and use to pay for the replacement of water mains throughout town. Now, prior to doing this, the city had been borrowing money to pay for the main replacements, which Finance Director Max Gagan says was making the project more expensive when you consider the interest the city was paying back on those loans.
Cost of doing that and being able to afford it by borrowing funds is becoming so much that it makes sense for the city and for the ratepayers to pay for it with cash so that we don't have to pay interest expenses on those costs.
Gagan says the average consumer will see about an $8 increase in their monthly bill. And coming up tonight at 6, we'll take a closer look at the water mains the city of Janesville is trying to replace and what utility directors here say will happen if they aren't.
All right, Adam Duxter in Janesville. Adam, thank you.
Summer construction season is winding down, and we're getting close to seeing the orange barrels disappear along a major stretch of road in the Madison area. The DOT says the Verona Road project is on track to open up to 3 lanes of traffic each way by November. Once that happens, the DOT says traffic should be able to flow freely from the Raymond Road intersection all the way to Dodgeville and Point South. The new lanes of Verona Road will eventually take drivers underneath the Williamsburg Way Bridge and over County Highway PD. The DOT says the new design will help reduce the number of serious crashes.
By eliminating those 2 crossing movements and raising up Verona Road over Highway PD, it's that much improved for safety and efficiency.
The DOT says there's only one more construction season before the entire project is finished. Next year, crews will work on expanding Highway PD between Fitch-Rona Road and Commerce Park Drive to 3 lanes and finishing the interchange at PD and Verona Road. That work should be done by next November.
Dane County Regional Airport adds 2 new nonstop flights. Sun Country Airlines has added nonstop seasonal service from Dane County Regional to Orlando International Airport and also to McCarran International Airport in Vegas. Those services will start December 19th, flying twice weekly on Thursdays and Sundays. Sun Country, you'll recall, started offering flights in Madison in September of 2018 with routes to Fort Myers and Tampa. Flights are on sale now, suncountry.com.
An area pet groomer is up for a national award. Caitlin Reed, a groomer at Serenity Pet Spa of Madison, is one of 6 finalists for the Barclays Up and Coming Groomers Award. Reed has been grooming for 9 years, but has been competitively grooming dogs for shows and competitions for 3 years.
I love the attachment and bond that I have with my competition dogs. They love the attention, they strut around, they pose for the judges. They really, really enjoy it.
The award will be presented during Groom Expo, which will be held September 12th to the 15th in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Groom Expo is the world's largest grooming show with more than 5,000 professionals in attendance. That is such a cute dog. I love the way
those dogs are behaving well during the interview.
They really were.
They were posing for the camera and just watching the interview. Well-behaved dog,
Yeah,
well-groomed
adorbs.
as well. More to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, the president parts ways with another key advisor, why National Security Advisor John Bolton has resigned.
And then coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6, we'll share how you can get Glazers delivered to your doorstep with Quick Trip's new delivery services.
More mixed results from Tuesday trading on Wall Street. The Dow up 74 today. The Nasdaq lost 3. S&P 500 added a point. And we'll be right back. Officials in Illinois are investigating a train derailment that sparked a large fire. A spokesperson for St. Clair County Emergency Management, that's down by St. Louis, says they received a call just after 12:30 this afternoon. This derailment is in Dupo, Illinois. You could see that huge fire for miles as flammable materials leaked from some of the cars and even set nearby water on fire. Authorities say they don't know what that train was carrying. They are not aware of any injuries.
President Trump has forced out National Security Advisor John Bolton over policy disagreements on issues like North Korea and Afghanistan. The president tweeted, "I informed John Bolton last night that his services are no longer needed at the White House. I disagreed strongly with many of his suggestions, as did others in the administration, and therefore I asked John for his resignation, which was given to me this morning." Bolton tweeted that he was the one who offered his resignation.
Both parties are discussing ways to get gun safety legislation to the president's desk. Congressional Republicans are at the White House meeting with President Trump, while Democrats mark up more gun bills and hold a forum to bring more awareness to the issue. Republican Senator Pat Toomey is trying to revive his bipartisan bill with Democrat Joe Manchin, an effort that failed after the Sandy Hook shooting.
The idea of having background checks on commercial gun sales makes all the sense in the world and is very broadly supported.
Still not clear whether the president will get behind a background check bill.
Little taste of summer continuing out there today. Chris Reese is here with a look at the forecast. Chris?
87 degrees. That was the warmest temperature noted across southeastern Wisconsin today, followed by 86 in Janesville. That 87, by the way, was all the way over in Kenosha. Madison, we made it to 80. Lone Rock made it to 82. Boscobel made it to 84. Even La Crosse made it towards 86. So it was certainly a warm day throughout the state, feeling like July at that. Our normal high right now, 74 degrees, our normal low, 53. So we were well above average in terms of how things shaped out. We're still very warm out there now. 79, winds coming out of the south and west at 6 miles per hour. Things are mostly cloudy, but you might be seeing a little peak of sunshine or two here or there. 84 still in Janesville right now. Boscobel still at 84. Some more 70s starting to show up. Watertown and Juneau joining us here in Madison at 79. Same for the Wisconsin Dells. What's also high is the moisture content to the atmosphere. These dew points are well into the 60s, even the 70s. In Janesville, your dew point has come down from the 79 it was at earlier. Viroqua and Decorah, Iowa have dew points at 72, folks. This is that air that is largely uncomfortable, starting to get into the tropical range. And earlier this morning, those dew points were up at Don't Talk to Me. It was just uncomfortable in general to be outside. Things have gotten a little bit better this afternoon. A lot of the shower and thunderstorm activity has moved away, and that's allowed us to dry out. Some of that atmospheric moisture has gone by the wayside, but we're going to watch more chances of showers and thunderstorms tonight and through the week as a whole. Now, here's the severe weather threat for today. Notice that doesn't include us, even though we had those severe storms last night. Tomorrow, however, we do see another marginal risk of strong to severe thunderstorms. That lingers even into the day on Thursday, with another slight risk of severe thunderstorms into parts of Iowa, very similar to what we saw during yesterday. This is all because the system responsible for bringing this unsettled weather is still coming our way. A weak little front's kind of going to dance around the upper Midwest that'll keep things unsettled for us, and we'll keep the clouds around, but perhaps the bigger rain chance, that's going to come as we head into Thursday. One of the things you're going to notice is this frontal boundary begins to lift to the north into Thursday. As it does so, winds come strongly out of the south. It's going to pump in even more moisture and greater instability into the upper Midwest. Then the cold front comes from the west Thursday afternoon. That unzips all of that instability. It unzips all of that moisture, and that is going to lead to more widespread storm chances throughout the day on Thursday into Thursday night. But then by Friday, as that front pulls away, we'll start to see more sunshine on the backside. So things will look great for the weekend at least, but we've got a lot of water to go through before that. We saw 1 to 3 inches of rain last night. It's possible we get another 2 to 3 inches of rainfall going through the rest of this week. So localized flooding is going to be something we will have to certainly keep in mind as we go through the next couple of days. Here's how things play out tonight, though. We'll start to see those temperatures come down into the upper 60s. I can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm. More clouds on Wednesday as well. Highs will be into the low 80s again. Then Wednesday afternoon, as that boundary kind of sinks towards the south a little bit, we'll start to see more showers and thunderstorms develop. helping. It goes back to the north on Thursday. We'll see more temperatures close to 80, and then Thursday afternoon, again, you'll notice more and more of those showers and thunderstorms, but then we begin to cool off by the time we get you towards Friday. Clearing out as well. Saturday feels fantastic. There will be a slight storm chance into the day on Sunday. That's something to keep in mind, but most of Sunday will be dry, will be warm and humid to start next week before another storm chance towards the end of next week. Of course, we are watching your first alert traffic. That is for sure. The Beltline certainly seeing some slowdowns, which is normal around here, especially at this time of the day. Most area speeds are moving anywhere from about 15 to 35 miles per hour. Those biggest slowdowns are going to be between Broadway and Monona, and then Raymond Road as you work your way towards the west side. We're also seeing more brake lights being tapped as you work your way downtown and through the UW campus. Make sure that you are doing what you can to pack just a little bit of patience, but also driving safely so everyone can see you tomorrow as well.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Still ahead at 5, a big step in the fight against youth vaping. More on Michael Bloomberg's $160 million plan. That's after a short break.
News.
Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg is joining the fight to combat teen nicotine use.
He appeared on CBS this morning to announce a new initiative with the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids. Tom Hansen reports from New York.
The fight against underage vaping just got a $160 million boost following a study that finds flavor is the reason most young adults said they started using e-cigarettes.
That's the reason they do it when you talk to them. They don't smoke the products that don't have the flavors.
On CBS This Morning, Bloomberg LP and Bloomberg Philanthropies founder Michael Bloomberg joined the president of the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids to announce an initiative aimed at banning flavored e-cigarettes, ending marketing that appeals to kids, and preventing online e-cigarette sales to kids.
If you eliminate mint in mango, you can pretty well be sure that you're going to see a dramatic decline in youth use of these products.
According to the CDC, 1.5 million more young Americans used e-cigarettes last year than in the year before, bringing the total to nearly 5 million, including 1 in 5 high school students and 1 in 20 middle school students.
Heavy doses of nicotine for those young people increases their risk of disease, increases their risk of smoking in the future, and has a long-term harmful effect on their developing brain.
The initiative comes a day after the FDA accused Juul, the nation's largest seller of e-cigarettes, of illegally marketing its product as safer than traditional cigarettes. The agency sent a letter to Juul citing specific incidents, including a school presentation where a Juul representative claimed it was totally safe. The company says it's reviewing the letters and will fully cooperate.
You have to explain to people why it is in their interest to do something.
Money from the initiative will go in part towards education campaigns for parents and teachers. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
And stay with us. We'll have a final check of your forecast in just a moment.
Oh, it's sticky outside tonight.
Certainly sticky. We're going to keep that humidity around all the way until probably Friday afternoon.
Wow.
So get used to that. It's a little week of summer out there. We're going to see some summertime overnight lows as well. Look for temperatures to fall down towards 68 degrees tonight. And then as we go through the week ahead, yes, we will see those chance for storms kind of off and on tomorrow, a little bit more widespread into the day on Thursday. By Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we really kind of clear things out. There's a weak storm chance on Sunday. Next week, look at Tuesday.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Yes, I'm glad my pool is still open.
I was just going to say,
savor
savor these days. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Chris.
And we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.